Okay, good morning all. Today is April 8th, so we are in first API code of IBMCloud meeting. Let's get started. So, a couple of points I mentioned today, like we'll just make this meeting bi-weekly and just submit all the required changes to the repository. And also, I'll update calendar as well, so that's pending on me. And then we'll discuss about backlogs. Yeah. So these are the two main topics to discuss. Yeah, quickly we'll go to backlogs. So yes, last couple of days we are working on a lot of things, so maybe we'll spend a good amount of time here. And before that, I'll just go through the changes we delivered. Last was like 25th, right? So after 25th, okay, so maybe I'm not sure. Is it visible or you want me to make it change the theme?
It's fine, Manju, for me. Yeah, I can see it.
Right, so in case we can stick to this. After March 25th, we delivered this one add note for using provider versions. So this is just documentation change. We made it just to inform that what is this tag, right? So that there was a confusion about this tag, so it just added more information there. And of course, we did a lot of linting fixes. Thanks, Project, for the entire effort. So I know it is. I mean, sometimes it is it is kind of a fun fixing these errors, but yeah, I mean, of course, this is great thing. So so this will give us stick to the standards, right? So that's very important. Thanks for that. And then not many changes after that, right? But yeah, a lot of work items we have in place. Maybe we can discuss those things in detail, right? Oh, this UI is not comfortable for me at least. Maybe I'll change the. Sorry. So I'm just using this a monitor, which is not really giving me the proper results for the dark theme somehow. Okay, we'll go to PRs first. Okay, there are these 3 PRs at the moment. Yeah, so one PR we have it for the image, VPC image. Yeah, right now it is more of a like manual process. So we'll think about in the future how we can just even enable the automation for the VPC as well. But meanwhile, it is just a manual process. So feel free to review the PR. I think, Rajat, you have spent some time importing the image, if I'm not wrong. So maybe just go through this documentation and see if you have any sort of comments for that.
Sure, Manju, yeah.
Right. Just starting. Okay. And it seems like Karthik is facing some network issues, not able to connect, but his PR is pending for adding some stopgap solution for CCM. I mean, we are basically trying to build an image and then push. The code is in OpenShift repository at the moment, so but eventually this code will get pushed into Kubernetes repository. Yeah, but we don't know the timeline. But meanwhile, we just want to have some experimental thing with this. And of course, this is not really not something can be used by the customers or users, right? So this is just for the testing purpose only. Maybe we'll add that text in the somewhere in the documentation to make sure that it's not used anywhere in the production or something else, right? So that's about this PR. And going back to issues, I know we have quite a amount of issues to discuss. But before that, like Amulya, did you create any issues for the past cost exploration and then?
For Boscos, there was an issue created earlier, but now there's nothing existing. I think we should create one for just integrating this a new janitor with Boscos.
Yeah, let's create a one issue
I'll
which
do
talks
that.
about the entire solution. So
Sure,
let's just start putting all together, like all the information there, and then make sure we just
sure,
right. And maybe what we'll do is like we'll discuss bugs first, then sorry, and we'll go to the features later. Yep. So this, I think we can close, right, Rajat? Or do you foresee anything needs to be done here?
I think Manju, yeah, as we had discussed, right? So there was nothing specific to fix this code, but just adding additional validation in the webbook itself, right? So I'll do that today. So I'll close that afterwards. There.
Yeah, let's do that.
Well,
If it is a minor one, maybe we can just fix it, right?
Yeah, it's just minor one. It won't take much time. Yeah, I'll fix it today itself. Okay.
All right, thank you. And this one, I see Prajat, your comment saying that you're exploring to fix this issue, but
yes,
can you
Manju.
talk
So
about?
yeah, so I tried it out yesterday, right? So as we discussed, the first thing that I found it out that the service endpoint, right? So it is not being redirected to the proper service endpoint based on the region. So it is always going to US South. And I saw the code also, and in that they have a service endpoint, right, which they are trying to fetch from the OS environment, but that is not working. Okay, so I did the code changes there to build create that URL, right, the service endpoint URL, and after that the code went ahead. But then after going ahead, there were several other minor issues that were cropping up, right, like related to resource group not being able to, the user not being able to access the resource group, right, and all those things. So there were 2-3 minor bugs as well going ahead. So I fixed those, and I was able to create a cluster in the VPC itself. So
Nice.
so I'll raise the PR with all those changes today, and then we'll see how it goes. Yeah, it should fix most of the issues, but yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So once maybe I'm thinking like and not a priority task, but maybe we should start running these cluster like VPC tests also part of our like utility tests what we run periodically, right? So yeah, Amulya, maybe you can create a issue for that. It's yeah, definitely it is not like something we want to fix it immediately, but over the time we can just take care of.
Sure. Yeah, we can do that.
Yes, Manju, I think once we fix the VPC cluster creation,
Yeah.
then we should definitely do that just to maintain that it is working fine.
Yeah, exactly. That's what the point is. All right. Yeah. So yeah, maybe maybe I'll just create a task for that. And for VPC. Okay. Yeah, so milestone maybe I'll just mention like in future, not definitely in this release for sure. Okay. And so for this ETE test failure, yeah, so there are different kind of issues we are seeing.
Yeah. I'll enable the debug. I'll place the PR. Yeah. I mean the
Okay.
V5.
Okay, so that's possible in the E2E scripts, right? And like wherever we're creating the clusters.
Yeah. I mean, one thing I'm not clear is like it's just a flag, right, to pass to the like the minus V5. I'm not able to map it to the debug level 5. Like, can you just give me some context there?
Or how it works?
Yeah, I mean minus V5. I mean I tried it out with till, but I'm not really sure how it is being mapped here.
Okay, I think this has been added by Karthik Newtons. Maybe you can just search for that PR will. Mhm. No, fine, fine. Right, so right. Yeah, so this is where the place, right? So what really happens is yeah, if it is like a debug 5, if error level is debug 5, then basically it just marks flag here as true. So that's how it works. So once we have true flag mentioned here, so then all the APIs will get printed in your log. So is that what you're trying to?
Yeah, this one I got it. Like I understood this one, but
Mhm.
minus V equal to 5, right? Uh, we, I mean, I'm not clear on where exactly you are passing it. I actually set it as a
Oh,
flag.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the flag goes to controller deployment, right? For example, like what is that? Oh, config and manager, right? Yeah, flag should go to minus V equals to 5 here in this args.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I
But
got it.
but do you still have any questions? Like I'm not sure whether it is possible to send flag here. Like how do we deploy this controller at the moment in ATE? So that's the golden question
Yeah,
here. So
that's the question, right?
how do we
And
deploy the controller? Like somewhere in the ETE, we have any sort of a controller, like we call
no,
the.
we are just building the image and deploying it.
Okay, I think we just need to revisit again that part, like how the controller gets deployed, and then we need to explore if something like if we can send any sort of custom
So
flags to controller, right,
yeah,
or
yeah,
additional flags
yeah,
to control. So that's something we need to explore.
yeah. I'll look into it. Yeah,
Okay, so but ultimately the controller should run with -5. We
yeah. I
like
got that. Yeah,
our verbose logs.
yeah. For
So
you to.
yeah, for E2E. So that's what we need to explore. So if there is no option, not sure, maybe like if you're using cluster CTL for deploying controller, if there are not enough option for like adding something there. I think you see if I have seen in the tilt, so tilt does provide those adding those options, external
Yes,
options.
yes.
I
It
think
does.
they
Yes.
are yeah they're building those YAML files by like on the fly with all those options. But I'm not sure
Okay.
how this is done in the E2E. So if you're reusing this stuff from here, right? So from config or customize
Yes.
if you're using, so it is going to be tough. I'm not sure because I don't really see any sort of option here.
Yes. True.
Adding.
True.
So yeah, maybe not sure. We need to have some customization flag here. Just
Um,
I don't know.
yeah, I'll look into that. Yeah. I'll just see what can be done.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. So definitely it needs some explanation for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that because otherwise it's very difficult to get these. And also I tagged Yusuf about like, yeah, I mean, of course, I think the SDK is not able to parse if some of those like errors are not like the JSON format or whatever. So I think we need to explore in the SDK also how we can at least not through this error. This is not really a like
Yeah, that
user-friendly error at all.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so there is some way I have to get some information from like, the SDK if it is not in JSON format. All right, so that's about that. Anything else we want to discuss with respect to bugs or anything?
Nothing
Okay.
from me.
All right. So, Prajot, like you're working on this event recorder, right? So, any update on there? Like, will we able to create any initial code or anything like that for this, or where we stand for this?
Yeah, Manju. So I have just started on that one. Maybe sometime next week we'll have the PR ready for this one.
Okay. Okay. All right. I mean, like this one, I am working on submitting a PR to image builder so that I will do it. So once we have the configuration pushed into image builder, we can just add the documentation here, right? And also we can enhance the documentation. So, and any update about this, Amude, the first upgrade?
Not yet, Manjit. Definitely planned for this point. I'll just a little bandwidth crunch, but I'll start working on it soon, like probably next week. Once the janitor is like all of it is like at least we have a stable janitor. I'll work on it. Yeah.
Right, no problem. Yeah, don't forget to create a task for the janitor. I mean, the task is there.
Yes, noted. Yeah.
And these things we should fix it. Maybe I'll just look at it, this one. Or maybe just see if Prajat, you can just do this reflecting also with your other VPC work. It's fine. I think we will take this later. So
Yeah, Manju,
let's
I'll
finish.
take it. Yeah.
Yeah, not definitely now. So I think let's finish whatever we have. So yeah, I mean, we want to get this recording like events as soon as possible, because this way we can get a lot more information in the events itself whenever the failure happens, right? So that's have to take that as a highest priority. Remaining we can fix later. And, this is fine. This is good. All balance of low priority. Improve documentation for levels. All right, so this is images we're talking about. So this is we'll see in the future. Oh, this is pending for me. Maybe I'll just take care of this. I just built some images yesterday. I'll do some testing and then publish these images in the public bucket. So this is mainly with the latest Kubernetes 1.23 or something like that. I'll do. This is something we need to explore as well. This is not a highest priority. Yes, we have already talked about refactoring makefile. But this can wait, right? I think this is when we can just get better. And this is okay. Yeah, that's pretty much what we wanted to discuss. So anything else? Anyone discuss anything else?
Yes, Manju, I just had one question regarding E2E tests, right? Like, should we like have a vision of incorporating the image importing into that as well, so that when we go to the boss, when we shift to Bosco's using service instance type, we don't have to
Yep.
have the image in every instance and importing. I think that should be done.
Yep, we should. We should.
Yeah, yeah. I think I'll create a task for that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, the idea is like right now we have templates now here, right? So maybe we will have that integration into the Power BI itself, and then by default we'll set the image. Once we have images, like we do have images anyway, so I think we can set those defaults in, and then we'll expose them as a variable if someone wants to kind of use their own image, so they can use as well, right? So that's something we can take care of, right?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay. Thanks for that. Let's create a task for that as well.
Okay.
And yeah, so yeah, for the image building and then publishing part, I think we kind of lagging documentation. I mean, I'll work on that front. So we'll add more and more documentation for that, so that user know like how to import and then how to use it and all. Right. Right. So anything else? Okay. Yes, that's it for the day. Thanks, folks. Thanks for
Thank
doing the
you.
call. Bye.
Thanks, Manju.